Hi, this is Edexcel Statistics A-level paper 1 on the specimen paper from 2019. We're now on question 5. And question 5 refers to a vehicle insurance company classifying drivers as high risk, medium or low risk with regards to having an accident. The company estimates that 20% of its insured drivers are high risk and 30% are low risk. The probability that a high-risk driver will have one or more accidents in a year is 0.06, and a corresponding probability for the medium-risk drivers are down there. The company supplies insurance to a driver. Within 1 year, the driver has an accident. Find the probability that the driver was classified as high risk. Okay, so at the moment it's slightly confusing, to say the least, but we have to kind of break it down as best we can. So find the probability that the driver was high risk. Okay. 20% of the drivers are high risk. 30% not. So I probably, without starting this, would just go straight to a probability tree because I'm struggling to get my head around what's going on here. So first thing they tell us when we think about it is we have high risk, low risk, and we also have medium risk. So I'm going to say this is high. Actually, we've got high at the top here. High risk, which is 0.2, and we've got medium, which is 0.5 then, and then we've got low risk. We've got bottom, which they've told us is 0.3. So that's right. So all of those add up to 1. Brilliant. And then the probability that a high-risk driver will have one or more accidents in a year is 0.06. So I'll put this one and I'll put accident, 0.06, which means no accident, 0.94. Corresponding medium risks and low risks are 0.3 and 0.1. So accident, 0.03, no accident, 0.07, and then accident, 0.01, so no accident, 0.99. So now I have something that I feel I can use in a much better way so I can work out everything. And a lot of the time when you are doing a tree, it is easier just to work out the numbers and make sure you have put them in correctly so that they add up. I better use some calculators to work this out. 42 times 1.4. I've got 0.188 there. 5 times 0.97. 3 times 0.03. No need to do that legally. Oh, maybe I will. 0.3 times 0.01. There we go. 0.003. This is maybe 0.3 times 0.99. 0.297. Let's just add that up. 0.2. Good. So that adds up to 1, and I've checked it. Okay, so now let's go back to the question. The company supplies insurance to the driver within 1 year, has an accident. This is what all this is about. Find the probability that the driver was classified as high risk. So high risk with an accident is just this one. So high risk with an accident is that one. Find the probability that the driver was high risk. So really what we're looking for is what's the probability of high risk given that he had an accident. So a bit of a tricky one to work out, so definitely a base. So I've got 0.12 over this one, and this one, because those are the probabilities, those three together. So 0.012 plus 0.015 plus 0.003 will give me the probability of having an accident at that time, so without all that. So 0.012 plus 0.015 plus 0.03. So that is 0.12 out of 0.30, which is 0.4. Okay, so this is your given that. So what's the probability? Find the probability that driver classified as an accident, given that he's high risk, given that he's had an accident. So that's where that is coming from. Okay. Next part of the question. Oops. Okay. Bill is a new employee. Okay, Bill is a new employee of the insurance company and is investigating driving accidents. He states that the company should not offer insurance to customers in a high risk category because they will have 6 times the number of accidents in a year than its low risk drivers. Comment giving reasons on the validity of Bill's statement. You should include some numerical justification. Okay, so I'm going to go back here. It seems for one accident, the high risk lot is that it states it's high risk category because it will be 6 times the number of accidents in a year of low risk drivers. So low risk drivers, I've got 0.003, but high risk drivers I've got 0.0. So actually I've got it 4 times. So I can say for any one accident, I've got the probability of high risk and accident is 0.012. The probability of low and accident is 0.003. Therefore, 0.003 times 4 equals 0.012. Only 4 times as likely to have an accident with high risk in comparison to low risk. Okay, so that's good. So it might mean there might be, there could be, so there is a, okay, what is, if we compare with our probability of high, let's do, what's the probability of low risk given that you've had an accident? That might be a useful thing to do. So low was 0.003, out of probability of having an accident was 0.30, so we've got 0.003 divided by 0.05. And that is, I don't know, I should have looked in there, shouldn't I? I should have looked in there, makes me feel slightly better, sorry about that. So this then is 0.1. Change that. 0.1. Okay, so that then, in comparison to 0.4, again is 4 times as likely to probability of high vector. Okay, so therefore we're going to say is not true. And also the probability of it being 6 times higher doesn't mean it's going to have 6 more accidents. So the probability doesn't mean to say it's necessarily going to happen, and